It's like this pinnacle, you're a pretty elite program and the kids work super hard and put in lots of hours. And I love seeing the kids come through that program and then what doors that opens for them. I think that's amazing. So I've always been, I've not had a kid through the program, but I've been able to watch a lot of my kids' friends go through it. And it has been just a highlight of their high school to be able to go and compete on. And you've done world before, right?
Yes.
You competed at a world level before?
We have competed at a world level every year of our existence. Wow. And we've even gone to international tournaments and done really well there. And we're actually a 3-time world champion.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And soon to be 4.
So when is that competition?
Well, we have 2 more competitions coming up. The first one is next weekend in Houston, and that's UIL State Championship. And then 2 weeks
first.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks after that is the World Championship, which is also in Houston. We're staying in the same hotel, competing in the same venue for states and worlds, but we'll have a lot more teams there. There are going to be teams from Israel, Australia, Turkey, Mexico, Brazil, all over the world, Canada, and then of course all over the United States too.
Threesa, you said something in your description of what was going on, but in my mind, there is one important thing that's going on with Robot Wranglers and any of it is discipline. What discipline you have to do what you are doing and have done and will do. And so I think it's a great character builder.
Yeah.
And everybody says, we're talking about the kids, they kids learning. I said, listen, there are some kids that's growing up that you may be able to vote for them, but these over here, I don't think so. But these might, So not that you're running for office, I don't think that way.
But these two could.
They could. They could.
Right.
Karen, do you want to tell them a little bit more about just like how we work throughout the season and some of the discipline that goes into the program?
So in my personal experience, I feel like the Robowranglers is really good for students that want to be successful in life because we have practices, if you go to the practices, you can be able to see like the improvement that we have every single meeting. And then at the end of the day, like whenever we go to competitions and we win, you can see that it actually amounts to something. So it just gives you the opportunity to, get inspired, get into things and,
And it feels good to win.
Yeah, that's a good win.
Well, of course. Well, of course. And we obviously have a very successful program. We have a history of doing very well at a regional, state, and world level. But we really try and bring the focus always back. We love to win. Of course, it feels good to win. We like to be competitive. But I will have Karen. What are the 3 goals of our team?
Our 3 goals are have fun, make friends, and chase excellence. So.
Oh, I love that.
Wow,
So winning is not necessarily part of our goals. It does come with success when we achieve those 3 goals.
That's right.
But really, we just try and have fun, make friends, chase excellence.
Well,
every day.
You're a great example of what can be done when you just continue to do the persistence, and we were talking about this last night. Persistence does not recognize failure, so I'm just excited that it's coming up now. It's this weekend.
Next weekend.
Oh, next weekend.
Yeah, so we leave on Wednesday of next week.
Wednesday, and that's in Houston.
In Houston.
And you win there. So when you win there, then you go to
World Championship.
World Champion. So that's pretty good. That's just baby steps.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Regionals, states, worlds.
So let us. Is there any on social media? How can the audience keep up with you?
Absolutely. You can find us on all social media platforms under Robowranglers, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. We even have a TikTok now.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I know, right?
Do we have a TikTok? No, we don't have a TikTok.
Well, we do work with high schoolers, so we do have a TikTok. But yeah, you can find us on all social media, and also GISD and the Herald Banner are also really great about sharing our stories out and things like that. So.
Well, and that's one of the things I think has been really good to watch over the years is how much the community has come behind this particular program at GISD and supported it. I think that's amazing to see for the kids. I know to see the community supporting what you're doing. I appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. So good.
Yeah.
Well, I know that Sparky is standing over there going, okay, they're going to go to Houston. They're going to win there. I'm sure you're coming back.
We have to. That's what I said before we came on.
Good. So it's so nice that you take the time to come. And again, all the luck to you, because I know with what God is doing to this community. I mean, He's blessing it each and every day, and they're a part of it. So you know, He got you back. He's got you back.
Yep.
All right, we're coming back. I guess we do have. Where's Matt?
I think I'm up next.
Oh, you're next?
That's me.
Oh, wow. Folks, you're in for a surprise. No, we are going to a commercial break.
Yes.
And I just want to say, all of the supporters of Friendlee News, I just want to say thank you, and a big, big, big thank you to one person that's made all of this possible for us here in her business, and that's Barbara Horan.
That's right.
Thank you, Barbara, for this venue. Thank you for this studio. And with that said, let's go to commercial, because they paid for it. Y'all come back with us.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Discount Wheel and Tire.
I just can't.
We have a co-host this morning that, you know, I've admired, and just the organization that she's with, and she's going to be our next guest, by the way. But Hunt Regional Healthcare and Discount Wheel and Tire, two of them. And this morning, she was standing drinking, and not even had your coffee yet.
No.
And I said, Threesa, would you be co-host? And she goes, what I got to do? And I said, just talk. She said, okay, but I got to have coffee. And I said,
More
okay.
coffee.
So thank you.
Yes.
And when I asked her to do the discount wheel, she says, Friendly, I came here 15 minutes, don't push it. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
There's, you go ahead and tell them about what's fixing to happen, the big
Well,
thing. It's not an April Fool's thing.
No, it is not an April Fool's thing, but we are going to have fun.
Yes.
So this Friday, April Fool's Day, we will be having our annual Bunco for Babies event. And this is actually going to be our third one. We have it at Ridgecrest Baptist. Sign-ups are going on now. We'll actually close sign-ups on Thursday, and I have about 20 to 25 slots left. So this is what I've realized. I did not know what Bunco was, right?
Oh.
I had no idea. You don't know what Bunco is either? Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was like a card game, had no idea.
It is a card game, though. I think Bunco is a card game.
Well, not the one we play.
Not the one you play.
Yeah, right. So what we do is it's $30 to attend. It's a fundraising event for Raffa. It's $30, and for that $30, we are going to serve a taco bar, so you get dinner, and then you get 2 games of play. And basically, if you can play Yahtzee, you can play Bunco. So all we do is it's 6 rounds in a game. Round 1, the goal is to roll ones. It's that easy. So you just roll your dice and see how many ones you get. You pass it around a table of 4, and they're 4-minute rounds, so it's very quick. It's really high energy. I mean, I always tell the story. The very first year we did it, it's men and women, all ages. If you can count and recognize what numbers on a dice, you can play, okay? And we had a guy come in, and I will not name names, but I could tell someone drug him there, right? Made him come to be their partner, and he did not want to be there. And he came in, and he was polite, but you could just tell he was suffering. He did not want to be there. By about round 3, he had kicked his chair back. He was rolling dice. He was like, come on, roll. And he was totally in the game, and he was one of the first ones to sign up this year. So it's always fun. It's like I said, for all ages. It's a very social game, so you get to move up and down as you win and lose, and you stay with your partner all night. So you're with someone you know, whoever you come with or whoever we partner you with.
Right.
But you get to sit and meet somebody for 4 minutes and play a game with them, and then you move on to somebody else.
Oh.
And it's a lot of fun. We do have auction items available, so we'll have a silent auction going throughout the evening and tons of door prizes. So it's just a lot of fun. It's a different type of event, and I just found once you're in it, you're hooked. I think once you go, you're going to want to bring your friends and come next year.
Wow. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years, and I thought, and I was reading a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's back up and talk about Raffa.
Yep.
Why, and what? All right.
So much. Well, Raffa is a nonprofit here in Hunt County. We've been here now for 22 years in downtown Greenville. We serve all of Hunt County, but actually through COVID, the need was so great for what we do that we now serve 20 counties. We have spread far and wide. God has expanded our territory.
Wow.
Definitely. And so we have a lot of different hats that we wear. The main thing people know us for is our medical services. We provide free pregnancy testing and ultrasounds and early prenatal care at no cost. And that's provided. We see about 300 to 350 women a year, and we help them.
How many?
300 to 350 just for
A
medical
year.
services. And that's usually someone who is currently not covered by insurance, needs to sign up for Medicaid. They don't have the money to get in for that initial appointment. So we help provide it for free to get them into prenatal care with one of our local OBs. So they finish them out, deliver the baby.
Okay.
We're kind of that bridge so they can get care early. So we provide that for them, and then we also provide a ton of education, life skills courses. We do Bible studies. We do single mom support group. We do, if it has anything to do with babies and families, we can be a resource for that. But the thing that I love that's kind of grown out of COVID is being able to supply, like right now, formula is really hard to find. We have formula available for families for free, diapers,
What?
everything.
I'm sorry, friend.
Yeah.
What formula is?
They had a huge recall a few weeks ago, and it's still really hard to find certain formulas on the shelf.
Wow.
So we've been blessed to be able to get some of those from the distributor and then from different donors that we've had. And so if you know someone who needs formula, give us a call at Raffa. We also, just as a plug, we had a donor that came in that gave us pallets of diapers. And the thing is, they're all size 2T, 3T, pull-ups. So if you have a kiddo in 2T, 3T, I'm your woman, because they are free, and I will load you up right now. You just have to call and make an appointment to pick them up. But that's a lot of what we do, is we see a need in a family, and we try to help fill that need.
And you are a 501c3.
We are a nonprofit.
That means nonprofit, by
Yes.
the way. And if you are, and if you're viewing, or if you've heard about it, Raffa, or you haven't done anything, and you've been trying to find out who can I write this check to help someone other than just, it's Raffa. You can do it.
yeah.
And they're located right here in Greenville, Texas, on Jordan.
On Jordan.
Jordan.
Yep, and we're growing.
And you haven't, how long have you been on Jordan, though? You haven't?
Oh, no, well, we bought that, we moved there in 06.
06. Okay, because the winery, you were there before, because I opened the winery in 07, and
Yep.
I remember you guys building it about the time we started. Yeah, okay. So, well, it's grown.
It's grown, and we've outgrown where we are now. So we recently had our Bless the Building event, and we purchased the Old Father's House Church on O'Neill, which, if you've been here a long time, it was the
it's
laundromat before
Yes,
that, right?
Yes, yes.
And it was actually a school before that. Very
Yes.
few people know that. It was a school a long, long time ago.
Right.
So we're in the process of renovating that space now. We hope to open in late summer, and we'll be moving all of our education and counseling services there. We'll have a daycare there on site, so as parents come for their classes, they can leave their kiddos, like they'll have childcare available, provided by our staff, so they can go into class and be able to focus
Excellent.
on mom and dad. And
It's a huge place.
It's 5,000 square feet, and I'm filling it
Goes
up.
from one,
Yeah.
it's, what's that little, that's,
St.
O'Neill.
John and O'Neill and Park.
Yeah, O'Neill and Park, yeah, so.
So we're excited. We still are doing fundraising for that. We'll have more later in April on how people can get involved to support that project. But we're super excited about just the expansion and the need. But unfortunately, there's a lot of need in our county. We're just thankful
Yes.
that God's placed us in a place that we can meet
Yes,
those
it
needs.
is a lot of needs in the county, and when it comes to the children and babies, it's boy, I tell you, I don't understand, but I do know that it's part of God's plan and what we're doing on His earth.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the fact that someone is being taken care of, and you're filling. And when you have a need and you're able to fill that need, the reward is nothing short of anything. It's priceless.
Yeah.
And so I'm just glad that you're there and that you have. By the way, you have a staff. You have
I do.
staff, and that's
We have about 9 on staff right now that serve, and we do. I mean, all in all, we serve a little over 500 families through all of our programs through the year. But we actually have some openings coming up that'll be posted. We've been advertising for some, but watch our Facebook page at Raffa Clinic because we're expanding, so we're needing to hire some more, and those will open up this summer.
Oh, and speaking of, we are expanding. We're in need of people that would like to go out and talk about us and get rewarded for it financially. That is. So, is our time? We got some more time left, or? Because she can tell you some other stuff.
6 minutes.
Huh?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, well,
Okay.
you're good then, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a co-host. She can take the rest of the
I
time.
can totally do that.
That's right.
So I'm going to tell you about some new stuff we have going then too. So we've got Bunco coming up, and I don't know if I gave that website, buncoforbabies.com. That's where you sign up. You can find that on Facebook or just go there. But you do have to sign up before you come. That's the thing. 'Cause we
Okay.
have to make sure we have a
RSVP.
spot.
RSVP.
And food. The other thing, though, I will say we are very excited about with this new expansion is we are going to be partnering with a local LPC, like a licensed professional counseling group, and to be able to offer counseling in-house for the families that we see. So that's not something we've been able to provide. We've always had to refer that out. But we're bartering that, so they're going to be housed in our new building, and we're going to be providing counseling for our families at no cost to them if they're going, as part of our system. The other thing, and this isn't necessarily a Raffa thing. Isn't necessarily a Raffa thing as much as it is an opportunity that we were aware of that we're trying to get the word out to. Is there is a program here in Hunt County that we've already plugged in some of our families into through Workforce and through the state, where they are actually helping provide to take people who are in a job but want a career.
See,
Okay?
that's what it's about, a career.
A career.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with working at a 9-to-5 job and making an hourly wage if it's supporting you and it's what you want to do. But if you want to move into a career for more stability or more experience, there are 2 different programs that we've been made aware of recently. One is if you're 24 and under, they can help you finish GED, college. They'll pay for your programming. We've already got some people enrolled, and they've been very successful so far.
Wow, that is.
And then if you're
great.
25 and up, they do the same thing. So if you wanted to go back to school and like, how am I going to pay for that? Call us, and we'll connect you. It's not through Raffa, but we're trying to be a conduit because it's about building families, right?
Right.
And so if we can build families, then we want to make sure that they're equipped to be successful.
Can you put all that information? What?
Does that include vocational programs?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
put
there's
on-
a really big push.
Put
for
it
it.
in the comments
There-
below.
Yes,
yeah.
there's a lot. I can send you that website for you guys to post. They actually have a huge list of local schools, and vocational schools are part of that, of the programs that they will cover and pay for. And there's a lot of funding set aside for our area for that is not being tapped into. So we want to make sure if you know somebody that's thought, I finished high school, or even if you didn't, they'll help you get your G and then move into it. But I definitely want to make sure that's done and taken advantage of. I want them to run out of money because there's so many people utilizing those services. So
But there's a lot that's not.
There are, yeah.
Wow.
And it's just, you know, you don't know what you don't know. You know, if you don't know it's out there.
Right, absolutely. If you don't know that it's there, it doesn't matter if it's that or if it's Social Security, if it's whatever. If the funds are there and it's been appropriated, and if you don't use it, it's going somewhere that maybe it shouldn't.
Right.
So that money
and
is
we
there.
want our community better, so let's take advantage of it. So.
I'm going to ask you on camera that anytime that there is any information like that that we need to know about on our social platforms, on Friendly News or Friendly Radio, please get in touch with us, because we want to be a part, and we are a part of the community to help those in need, and that's what we're all about. That's what God says, hey, I'm going to take you two boys, and this is what you're going to do. If you don't do it, you're going to find out what's going to happen.
That's right.
So we're doing exactly what he says do, and with you and the organization, with from babies to, you know.
All the way up.
Yeah. Thank you for your services.
Thanks.
Thank you and everything. So we're going to commercial break, and we will come back. And we have Jeremy. Is it who?
It's Megan.
Oh, Megan. Oh, and Hendrix. I don't know if Hendrix is he's gonna watch. But we'll tell you about Hendrix in a bit. Y'all come back with us on Ctfm.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to Go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to Go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running, and backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Ctfm. Coffee, tea, Friendly, and me. Brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare, an organization that does do more because their patients deserve more. They do. And our co-host today is Miss Threesa Sadler from Raffa. And thank you so much for being here. And I asked her if she would give the other sponsor's name, and she says, don't push it, Friendly. No, seriously, you did it.
Discount Wheel and Tire, we love them. They're amazing in our community.
Ta-da!
Yes.
And yes. And hopefully she'll be able to do that again next month. We'll talk about that later, but we have two individuals,
Yes.
two individuals, that's three, Anyway, that's right, Hendrix is, he's over there, but Megan and Willie. Yeah. You've got some information that we need to hear. So tell us about what's going on in commerce and the energy corps and everything that's going with you.
So we are a volunteer-based EMS service. We serve Hunt County and the surrounding areas with fire rehab. We are currently raising money for our department with raffling off a greenhouse.
A what now?
A greenhouse.
A greenhouse.
cool.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do you need a greenhouse?
I might could use one. I kind of grow sticks in pots, but it might help if I had a greenhouse.
So and go ahead.
Lone Star Shed Builders is nice enough to let us raffle off this greenhouse that they have made for us. It's an 8x8. We'll be raffling it off on April 30th.
Yes.
At the Hunt County Fair at 2 o'clock. It'll also be live on Facebook. So whoever wins, if they are not present there or if they are not on Facebook Live watching, we will still contact them and they can still get their greenhouse.
So you don't have to be a present to work.
Right.
Okay, good.
So how do we
good.
get tickets?
Yeah,
if
how do
we
you
wanna
get
in?
tickets?
So you can get tickets from any of us. We are selling them. We'll be at the car show.
Yeah, we'll be at the car show.
Oh, this weekend?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Selling them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then you can come by the station in downtown Commerce. You can get it there.
Oh, you can reach us at Facebook too.
Yep.
Okay.
Facebook.
And they are how much?
They're $5 for one ticket or $20 for 5 tickets.
Okay, good, good. So, and it's 8x8 greenhouse?
Yes.
All right, and your fundraising that you do it because you're a nonprofit.
Correct. Yes.
Right, and so it goes right back to us. We're sitting here as nonprofits, you know, and where I'm going with this is that whether it be Raffa, whether it be Commerce, Ecor, I get it right. It's nonprofit. It's donations. It's helping out. And I thought you had. He used to work at the theater. I used to see him all the time at the theater.
Oh, nice.
But in your times that you've been, what do you see in where you work? How much important it really is to this community?
It helps out a lot. Like definitely when we respond to big incidents, like at maybe 2 in the morning, we may get a 4-alarm structure fire. The fire departments love us to bring out there because we be able to help them out, whether it's scene support or just helping them clean up, providing snacks, Gatorade, and give them a little bit of energy back to go back into the battle or whatever they're facing at the time.
That's amazing. So do you guys just serve Commerce? You serve the whole county?
We serve the whole county when it comes to fire rehab. So any fires within the Hunt County, we can be called to it once it hits second alarm. And that's when we provide the Gatorades and the snacks for the firefighters. If it's cold outside, we have coffee. If it's hot outside, we got ice cold Gatorade, we got ice cold water. And then we serve right outside of Commerce for EMS. So we serve like on 224, on Highway 50, all those outside areas of Commerce is what we serve for EMS, and we can get called out to any of the calls.
And you're all volunteers?
Yes.
All volunteers.
Wow, thank you.
So,
that's an amazing service.
Oh, I'm telling you, because every time I see the lights flashing, the first thing goes through my mind, pull over. But,
and pray.
And pray. And pray, yeah. Ooh, man, that's why. Anyway, I think it's commendable myself for what you're doing in the community. And I know there's people out there that may not understand why you are in a position to do what you're doing, because this is what you're supposed to be doing right now.
Yes.
Yes. It is very rewarding. And we do it because we want to, not because we have to. We don't do it for the paycheck. We do it for the people.
Well, that and again, I think that's pretty well said what we said earlier about when you have a passion, it's
a heart for service.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's sweet there is something, I don't know if Friendlee even knows this. My background is nursing. And when I was in school, I used to do, I was a Boy Scout. Before girls were allowed to be Boy Scouts, I was a Boy Scout.
I knew there's a reason why.
There's a reason, but it was, I was part of the ride-along, like the Explorer programs. And so I rode out on EMS with the paramedics thinking I wanted to do that. I ended up in nursing school. But I think people don't realize first responders. I mean, we all know we need to pray for them. We all know they have hard jobs. But I didn't know, even at that young age, the types of environments they just willingly walk into because that's part of their daily job. And knowing that you guys are there to support them, I just appreciate what you do, because I think sometimes, and I grew up with a cop as a dad for, he served, I think he's been in law enforcement for 50 years now.
Wow.
But, so as their families, knowing there's somebody there taking care of them, that's a really, and I'm going to say it's a ministry, because your ministry to them, whether it's about God or it's not, that's a help. And I appreciate what you're doing, and I know they do too. And I think if they were here, they'd say the same thing.
Thank you.
Yes. Yep. So, okay, location is
For the greenhouse?
well.
The tickets.
For the tickets.
Tickets.
So any of the members, or you can contact us on Facebook. you can contact us at the station in downtown Commerce.
And that
on the
is
square.
address?
Fire station or?
No, it's our
Your
station.
station.
Yeah.
Okay,
What is
yeah,
it, like-
it's on the square.
Yes.
It's on the square.
It's
It's right in front of McKay's.
It's right in front of, I know where it's at, yeah, right,
1116 Main Street.
right,
There we
right.
go. Good job.
You just know where to go.
Yeah.
Where to go? So, well, I hope between the time you leave here and get back and all time, you are always safe in what you're doing. And I know that the communities and the counties are very appreciative of what you're doing. And is there, are you hiring? Or is everybody's hiring? Do you need more
More help.
volunteers? or-
Yes.
Yeah, we always look for more volunteers.
Okay.
Do they have to be EMS or do they have to, just
so
any volunteer? Okay.
Anybody who wants to help out. We provide the training. We have applications that you can fill out, and we would love to have more volunteers on our department.
That's great.
Oh, wow.
Great. So they can contact you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
And the officer will get a hold of them.
Now you're going to be at the fair. You're going to have a booth at the fair, or you're just going to do your raffle?
We're going to be there with Lone Star Shed Builders.
Oh,
Good deal.
That is the 30th at the fair, and thank you, Megan, thank y'all, Billy, thank y'all
Yeah,
for
of
coming in. And we're going to commercial break,
Yep.
and when we're coming back, we've got Sparky. We got a Sparky coming, so y'all stay tuned, come on back, come on down and get you some coffee, tea, and we'll be back with Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and me.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
And drop the mic.
And we are live from the Texan Lobby studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and me. I don't know what's in that tea, but brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare. And one more time.
Discount wheel and tire.
Yay! Folks, we killed because... Huh?
Wore me down.
I know. Our co-host today, Threesa, I just, you fit. You just fit with us because you're just, it had that bubbly enthusiasm. So
It's Barbara's amazing coffee.
I know. Oh, folks, I'm telling you what, she has the best coffee and tea. I'm sorry, you do not have to go out on the interstate, wait in line 47 minutes to get what you want, and when you get it, it's still not hot enough. Come to Texan Theater. Well, all that said, we have our next guest is new to us, and in the form of a new content manager, Sparky. I'm telling you what, she come in, and Gabe and I were going, hey, slow her down, slow her down. She's taking after you, slow her down. So,
Enthusiasm is good.
I
You need some fresh blood every once in a while.
I know, Sparky.
I'm
Thank
having
you,
fun.
thank you. But you're here today, this morning, as a guest, to talk about Gearheads for Christ.
Right.
And Gearheads for Christ is very interesting because we found out something that a lot of people don't know. You know, God's in the motor just like He's in everything else. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the church we are the church when we're out in the community. It's not a building.
Right.
We're the church. So, Gearheads for Christ is to be in the community and doing Gearhead stuff. So, some of the things are actually like what the Commerce Emergency Corps was talking about. They're, well, referenced. The Greenville Car Club is having an event this weekend. The actually starts tomorrow through Saturday, 22nd annual, I believe. I'm doing this from memory, I'm bad. 22nd annual.
Someone that writes everything down.
And I know, and I'm in the car club too, so I should remember. But long before me, they started it at the Hunt County Fairgrounds. So it starts tomorrow, goes through Saturday. It's going to be a great event. Like I said, it's a lot of car parks, but not all car parks. And we'll have things out there like, for example, the Lone Star Shed Builders. That was kind of an interesting thing. There was an issue with using a building at the fairgrounds because of vandalism and damage. And so, Hunt. And they said, we don't know what we're going to do. And I said, I know people. So I got on the phone. I called Lone Star Shed Builders. They're in Commerce. They actually have a little satellite spot here in Greenville also. Talked with them. And I said, hey, how would you like to have a building at the Greenville swap meet? And then you can put your sign up, and we can use it for registration. And they said, that would be great. And can we have a space? And I said, sure. And they said, we have donated a greenhouse to the Commerce Emergency Corps, and so we'll be selling tickets if that's okay. And I said, that's wonderful. And I said, well, when is the raffle? And she goes, oh, well, we'll just have it Sunday. I said, you're going to have a 3-day ticket sale or something like that? Oh, no, you have to make it longer. So we started talking and put things together, and that's when I got to talk to Megan and others at the Commerce Emergency Corps. And now they're going to be selling the tickets for the month. And so I'm really excited.
$5 each or 5 for 20?
5 for 20 or $5 each.
Yeah.
They're going to draw at the fair?
They're going to draw it at the fair, so it's kind of interesting. Their ticket sales start at our event tomorrow, which is at the Hunt County Fairgrounds, although it's the Greenville Car Club swap meet. Then it will end at the Hunt County Fairgrounds during the Hunt County Fair, right?
Starting in the same place.
Right. So we're starting the beginning of the month sales, and the end of the month they'll draw the name on the 30th, and I'm really excited for them. So come on out to the Greenville swap meet. Talk to the people at Lone Star Shed Builders. They're wonderful, wonderful people.
We've actually purchased from them. I have one of theirs,
We have also.
Yeah, we actually made, side note, we made it, had them customize it into a tiny house. And they did that too. And my daughter lives in it.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job.
Lone Star Shed?
Yes, they did.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Very easy to work with.
We have a tiny house, and we got the shell, and my husband transformed it into
we're better. We're not that skilled. We weren't that good.
No. So getting back to Gearheads for Christ, I'm intrigued by the name.
Right.
But how did it come about so that now you are really grinding them gears right now?
Well, the thing about it is that God really put on my heart that it is about being out in the community. So Gearheads for Christ partnering up with nonprofits to help facilitate what their goals are. So for example, we'll be doing a car show with the Higher Trails Church in May, and the funding is going to send the kids to church camp.
That's fantastic.
I'll tell you the ones I remember off the top of my head. September, you met Lynn from Heavenly Hood previously, and they will have their fundraiser again in September. So we will do a car show in conjunction with their fundraiser. So basically, the goal is to bring Gearheads to an event that they might not otherwise come to.
Okay, now go ahead.
And have that opportunity to create that those connections, because that's how people share the light of Jesus, is through being out in the community and doing life. And you want people to see the light of Jesus through you.
Right.
And so And then we're going to partner with Drug Free Greenville, and there's some others coming up. So, and the Robowranglers, we've talked to them about doing them.
I'm sorry, I'm
No.
confused. The one this weekend is like parts coming going, but you do car shows as well?
That's what I was going to, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so this weekend is kind of a little different hat I'm wearing. I should have worn my other hat, and I'll switch hats during, right? This weekend, I am a member of the Greenville Car Club.
Okay.
The Greenville Car Club has been having this event for 20 plus years.
Right.
I happen to be the assistant registrar, so that's my involvement with the event
and that's parts.
This weekend. That's car parts and things like that.
Gears.
And they also and they also will have other artisans there too. I mean, it's not exclusively car parts and so forth. They actually have a car corral, so if someone has a car for sale, you can have your car there and pay for a spot to sell your car.
Wow.
Saturday, this is the part I'm looking forward to. This is when the eye candy comes out, because we will have a car show on Saturday.
Okay.
And
there is a car show.
There's a car show. So on Saturday there will be a car show. All of the money from this event goes to the Greenville Car Club, which is the Northeast Texas Regional Chapter of the American Automobile Antique Automobile Club of America. I always keep that.
It's going to be an acronym somewhere.
That's right. AACA.
And they've been around here for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Next year will be 50 years.
Yeah. And I've known Richard Bailey.
Right.
I've known him for 30 or 25 or 30 years. Yeah.
Right.
And he's always been, always. And I was going to tell you to tell him that I played K-Star for him yesterday. So.
Okay, I'll make sure he knows.
So for
I'll
this
see
weekend,
him tomorrow.
This weekend, do they buy tickets at the door? Is it, how do they?
To get into the swap meet, it's $3 at the gate to park. And so you come in.
$3 to park and you get in?
Well, that's for people coming in to buy and see the vendors. If you want to be a vendor, we still have spaces available.
Okay.
The vendors is $35 for all 3 days. Not each day, it's the total. You get a 12 by 25 spot for $35.
12 by 25 for 3 days?
That's a great deal.
For $35.
For $35?
Right.
Whoa.
And I think
That's Tijuana prices.
And I think that the registration for the car show is $25. That one I forgot to write down.
So if somebody's interested in
there is a
being
flyer.
a vendor.
Hey, put the flyer up. Put the flyer up. Bail me out. Guys.
Okay.
Yeah, put that flyer on the bottom.
And GreenvilleSwapMeet.com is our website for this event this weekend.
Okay.
And after this show, actually, after the show in the Texan this afternoon, I will be down at the fairgrounds starting to get ready for that, and then we will start bringing in vendors tomorrow morning, right? So like I said, I'll be switching hats again. But like I said, Gearheads for Christ, we will be doing things in conjunction with the car club in the respect that as Gearheads for Christ partners with these nonprofits, the car club is very supportive of that. And so the people in the club are great. We have about 100 members, and we want more. So,
100 members.
We will have information about how to join the Greenville Car Club at the Greenville Swap Meet. And but definitely, it's going to be a really neat event. On Saturday with the car show, I understand there will be a DJ there, so it should be some really good music. And I wish I could hog tie Friendlee and drag him down there, but I think he's got prior arrangements.
We're out of town. We're out of town this Saturday. I'm making it a point that my business partner Gabe knows that, man, when I get a chance, I'm gone.
There you go.
Boy, what I was going to ask you is that you have a schedule of shows that are coming up that we could find out about.
Yes, and they are not all mine. So I'm going to try to give you kind of an idea. First of all, some of the easier things and more appealing to a lot of the locals are called cruise-ins or cars and coffee, where you show up for an hour or two. Usually they're about a 2-hour event. It's no cost. You just show up and visit.
Is that the Wesley Cruisers?
Exactly,
okay.
The Wesley Street Cruisers.
You know,
right. Matter of fact, they are starting a new Cars and Coffee starting the first Saturday in May, and that will be, actually I have that room written
First
down.
Saturday in May. You know what
First
that
Saturday
is?
in May. This week they will be at our car show. And so the first Saturday in May, they will start a morning cars and coffee at the church at River Oaks, which is...
Oh, out on 69.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I know, yeah.
right, near the QT down that way. And that's from 8 to 10, I believe. And then that's a new one starting up. Then the, let's see here, Cooper has one on the 1st, Sunday in the downtown square, which is beautiful. So that's a fun one to go to. Wolf City is always enjoyable.
Wolf City, I went to that. That's,
Did you?
one time. I don't a lot, because they'll have probably 100 cars.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
on their show, yeah, they will have a show coming up. I'll
Yeah.
tell you more about that. But this is a monthly cruise-in, the second Sunday of every month, downtown. Just show up, kick tires, visit. It's fun. It's fun. And so it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they say give or take. Commerce, the same thing. The third Saturday at 7 p.m. And that's in the evening. Now, the one in Commerce, when I went last time, it was at a parking lot in a retail square. I'm not sure where it is now, so check Facebook. And Sulphur Springs has one. Now that's a really cool one because I mentioned that previously in that they are starting their cars and coffee on the 4th Saturday of each month, 8 to 10, at the Sulphur Springs First Baptist Church. And any funds they raise through the cars and coffee, which, you know, if they're paying for coffee or whatever, and also they will have a car show in October, goes to a mechanics ministry. So they help to support those who need repairs on their cars and can't necessarily afford it. Sometimes people say, I have the part, I can afford the part, but I can't afford the labor, and they will help out. So that's a really, really neat program. I'm getting to learn more and more about it. It's been really fun. And then, of course, in Leonard, if you haven't been up to the Leonard Square, the 4th Sunday of the month, it's great. It's just a beautiful, beautiful setting. They had theirs this past Sunday. So it's just really nice.
And they have something coming up the 16th of July. It's the big Leonard picnic. Holy, we were going to do it, but I tell you what, we just have been blessed so much with everything else. We just.
Well, that's the cool thing about our community. There's something to do every weekend. You
Yes.
just pick and choose which one you want to do.
Right.
And that's
Or a
what's
short
neat.
drive away.
Or
Right.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. So some of the ones coming up around here, like I said, besides the Greenville Swap Meet, oh gosh, I'm just going to pick a few because they're all over the place. And these are within, I try to look up things that are within an hour or so drive because sometimes that's the fun. You want to drive your car. You don't want to just drive, you know, to the nearest stop. Although lately with the price of gas. But there's one coming up the end of April that I really want to plug because I think it's a great thing. But there's a young man, his name is Connor, and he has Down syndrome, and he loves cars. And so years ago, I don't know the whole story behind it, but you can look up Connor's Cars.
Connor's Cars.
Connor's Cars in Keller. And they have events, and Connor and many of his friends will participate in the car shows. They have a calendar that comes out that highlights the beautiful smiles of these kids with Downs. Oh my gosh, my heart. It's a wonderful, wonderful benefit, and they've been doing it for years. So that's one to look up. But around here, FFA. In Rockwall, 23rd of April, we'll have their car show for fundraiser for FFA, and you're gonna have to look that one up. I guess I didn't write the address.
A lot.
So
that's a lot of shows.
Yeah.
A lot of shows.
There's a lot going on, like you said. It's really wonderful. But I really am enjoying. Oh, also, I recently, thanks to you and Gabe, connected with a networking group that meets at Drug Free Greenville on the first Tuesday of the month.
Our interagency network.
Okay,
Interagency network.
So you're involved with that too?
Yes, that's a hard day for me to get to. I have not been to a few in a while, sorry.
Okay.
I do read all the notes and the minutes and all the signups, but yeah, it's a fantastic group, which is the thing I love about our area too, is you have all these different organizations that intentionally meet together and share resources. I've gone in there before and shared a need. I mean, I went in there once and said, I have a dad who needs a stove, a single dad with 6 kids, and he didn't have a way to cook food. And I needed somebody to come wire, plug it in and get it all hooked up.
Right.
Done.
Awesome.
That somebody knew somebody
Right.
who took care of it.
Right.
And that's what I love about that
Right.
group, is it's not competitive, it's how can we support each other for our
Right.
community. It's a
Right.
great group.
And I called and happened to talk to Shelly, and we talked about the drug-free Greenville, and she found out I did car shows, and she says, I want to do a car show with the drug, to kick off the drug-free month. So in September, we're looking at that.
They're still having to walk, right? The drug-free Greenville
I don't know
walk?
if they're doing that this year.
I don't
they
think-
just got
no,
done. They just got done with Shattered Dreams, and that's
Yeah,
a
that's
huge
right,
thing.
that's
they
right.
did.
Shelly will be on soon.
Right,
They do
right.
have
Good.
a fundraiser coming up. I believe it was cornhole, but I don't have my notes in front of me.
Right,
Anyway, but
But
she
she's
will
coming?
be on soon. But like I said, in September to kick off October, which is their drug-free month.
I'm laughing because I was involved in that organization for, I don't know, 10, 15, I don't know how many years, but I walked that whole route backwards.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
How could you walk the next day?
well, it was hard because I had 2 rear view mirrors and I was walking like this. I had a program director on one side and then a salesperson on this side, and we walked the whole thing. I walked it backwards. And
my daughter walked the parade backwards. She was a
she-
conductor for the band.
Right.
So they have to march it backwards. She couldn't
right.
walk for like 2. She's going to kill me for telling the story. She was so sore because you don't used to walk
Oh.
backwards that
Oh
far.
my! And I did it in boots.
Oh no.
I mean, but it was such a fundraiser for me because there was so many people that were watching and everything, and the funding was good and everything. So it was just some, because I always dressed up in a different costume. Sparky, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for being our co-host this morning. And one time, numbers to get a hold of you at Raffa?
Raffa at raffaclinic.com is the way that has all of our information. If you know anybody needs our services, Bunco for babies if they want
Coming
tickets.
up this
Yep.
Friday.
Yeah,
This
this
Friday.
Friday at Ridgecrest.
Good.
So, and I want to plug our sponsor too. Ridgecrest donates their
Oh,
facilities
yes.
every
Yes.
year for us, so we appreciate them. And East Texas Print Shop, just down the street, is
Well,
our title sponsor this year. We love them.
Just
Yes.
wonderful people, wonderful people. And Sparky, thank you. And welcome to the Friendlee family, so to speak.
you.
And I know that I'm totally satisfied with what you're doing, and I know that the audience and everybody else will be. So, all right, folks, we have come to that time. We've got to get out of here. We'll come back next week with Ctfm, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare and Discount Wheel and Tire. This is Friendlee saying we'll see you next week. Keep it in your boot.